Hello and good day everyone. So today we will discuss the proportioning of concrete or how to estimate the amount of concrete for a certain structural element. Okay, so let's start. So proportioning of concrete mixture is done in two ways. We have by weight or by volume method. So the most common and convenient way is by the volume method, using the empty plastic bag cement or by measuring the box of sand for sand and gravel. So, but we have the formula to aid this difficulty of measuring the quantity of cement, sand, and gravel. So, measuring of aggregates and water by weight is sometimes used in concrete batching plant for ready-mix concrete or as specified in the plan. Okay, so we have this concrete proportion. This is table 1.2 from the estimates of Max Fardo. So we have here, let's observe the table. So we have class mixture, we have the double A, the B, and the C. Then we have also have the proportion. So this proportion here is the sand, the gravel, sand, and cement. Then for the cement in bags, we have 40 kilogram and 50 kilograms. So these are the available amount of the weight of cement per bags in the market. So we have here the multiplier for 40 kilogram with 50 kilogram. Then for sand and gravel, in terms of cubic meter, and both sand and gravel cubic meter, then the multiplier is 0.5 for the sand and 1.0 for the gravel. Okay. Okay, so to illustrate you how to estimate the quantity of concrete, it's the best way is to have this example. Okay, so I will read the problem. So the proposed concrete pavement has generally a general dimension of 10 centimeter thick, 3.00 meter wide, and 5 meter long. Determine the quantity of cement in bags, sand, and gravel in cubic meters required using class C mixture. Okay? I-specify na kung saan ka cement ng class C. Okay. So we will use the volume method to calculate the amount of cement, sand, and gravel. Okay, so this is the volume method procedure. So first is you need to determine the volume of the proposed concrete pavement. So it's easy, no? So it's just length times width times the thickness. So by looking at this figure here, the length is 5 meter multiplied by its width, which is 3, 15. 15 multiplied by 0.10 is 1.5. So you have 1.5 cubic meter na volume for this pavement here. So using sa table 1.2, let's say that we will use 40 kilogram of cement bag. Okay, so looking back at the table, so we will use this class, 40 kilograms. So 40 kilogram class S, we have a multiplier of 6.5 and 1 for cement, sand, and gravel. So we will use that multiplier, then multiply that into our calculated volume. So for cement, 6 multiplied by 1.5, you have 9 bags. Then for sand, 0.5 multiplied by 1.5, you have 0.75. And for gravel, 1 multiplied by 1.5, you have 1.5 cubic centimeter, a meter. So, naalala siya kasayo, no? You just multiply the amount of the volume and the multiplier for a certain mixture for cement. Okay, so what if 40 kilogram is not available? So we will use 50 kilogram. So simple as the same process, we will use the same process. First, you need to do is to calculate the volume. After you calculate the volume, you go back to the table and use no my mistake. It is 50. We will use 50 kilogram, then using class C. Okay, so after that, you get the multiplier. So we have a multiplier of 5.5 and 1. Then multiply by the volume. So you have 7.5, 0.75, and 1.5. Okay, this 7.5 bags remain no remain lang tani nani. So do not round up because we're not talking about purchasing. But if we will deal with cost analysis, we will round up the 7.5 to 8 bags because we cannot buy half a point 0.5 bags at the market. So you need to round out up. But to calculate lang sa katong required volume for that certain pavement, concrete pavement, we need 7.5 bags, 0.75 cubic meter, and 1.5 cubic meter for gravel. Okay, so that's for the volume method. Let's use the area method. So estimating concrete slab by area method is much easier than the volume method. However, this could be done with the aid of table 1.3, which readily offer the quantity of cement, sand, and gravel per square meter depending upon the required thickness of the slab. Okay, this is for the concrete slab lang ha. So this is the table 1.3. So you have here the first column, you have the slab thickness. So naka-specify siya from 5 to 30. Then you have also the class mixture A, B, and C. We don't have the double A. Then sand and gravel. So this is for the area method. So we will compare that if the result is the same sa katong volume method. So ang thickness nato ganina is 10. So we just need to calculate the area. So using the same example. So again, you have 3 by 5 by 0.10. So procedure for area method, instead of volume, you need to calculate the area of the concrete pavement. It's just the length times the width. Okay, so refer to table 1.3. Let's locate our thickness is 10. So if we will use class C, we have a multiplier of 0.6 for 40 kilogram, then for 50 kilogram also, 0.5 for 50 kilogram. Then we have a multiplier for sand of 0.05. Then for gravel is 1. So we will use that multiplier. So again, we calculated that our area, length times width, is 3 times 5. So we have 15 square meter. So multiply by the multiplier from table 1.3, we have 0.6. So you calculated that our total required cement is 9 bags. Then sand is 0.75. Then gravel is 1.5. Okay, so it's the same, no? The same lang siya sa katong na-calculate na to by volume. So any process will do. Depende lang sa imo kung asa imo masin. But I will highlight this because as you notice, the thickness is 5, then next niya is 7.5. So, sir, what if ang thickness, sir, is 6? What will we do? So, you just need to interpolate. You know, natudlo naman na sa statics of rigid body how to interpolate. So, you just need to interpolate and use this value here. Then you can get the required multiplier for a certain thickness. Okay? So, I have here an assignment as a practice problem before we proceed to a much more detailed calculation of how to estimate the concrete slab, concrete for a certain structural elements. So we'll attach this assignment in this lesson. So I have 2 assignment for you. You just can answer, then just attach your solution at in LMS. I will provide a certain part there so that you can attach the answer for this assignment. So we have 2. So first is you need to calculate by using the area method, volume method. Then this is for the area method. Okay, so that's all for the introduction for proportioning of concrete. We will discuss different structural elements, and we will calculate the quantity of concrete for that structural elements in our next video. That's all. Goodbye.